Good morning, YouTube. Louie here with the best silver gold deals of Thursday, September 18th, 2025. There is so much to talk about, and I've been up bright and early, so early that, in fact, even the cat is asleep. Okay, yeah, there you go. All right, let's get on to the deals. Thank you for coming. All right, we have had an economic release here a minute ago. I'll tell you about that. Right now, gold is rebounding about $9 to 3,668, and silver up 19 cents to 41.78, having a really nice smackdown yesterday. Nice, depending on your opinion. Silver futures in the December market are 42.15 against a spot price of 41.82, about a 35-cent spread. GSR came up off that 86 level like I thought it might to 87.5, and we are trapped in a range here at the moment between 86 and probably 89. Yeah, 89.90. Okay. 10-year yield. All right, the fly in the ointment. Now, the Fed cut rates yesterday by a quarter point. Also indicated that there could be more cuts, perhaps even two more cuts coming in the future. However, he indicated that he is trapped. All right, Powell is trapped between persistent 3% inflation and what seems like a weakening labor market. So no move he makes will be a good move. As of this morning, it looks like he will be cutting less. I'll tell you about that in a minute. Nonetheless, we cut the short rates by 25 basis points, and look where we are on the 10-year. 10-year is rising, briefly touched 3.999, and then as of this morning, 4.091. This is a problem. Higher 10-year could also be a problem for silver and gold, but I don't know that it will go that much higher. All right, the dollar should be stronger as well, and it is up 0.15 to 97.168. But after we get this bounce out of the way, it will probably continue its drop. Dollar, I think, is going to, oh my gosh, 90. Could possibly even go lower. So that is what our leaders want, and that is what they're getting. Lower dollar, lower short-term rates, at the moment higher long-term rates. In the copper market down a penny to 4.61, but I think it's looking like it wants to make a move to me. A month or two ago it was at nearly $6, and here we are at 4.61. If you're not buying copper right now, then you may not believe in inflation, but I certainly do. Platinum is probably the story of the morning. Look at that pop, up $35. It was up $40 a minute ago. 6-month chart will show you. Let's see, platinum. Yeah, you can't quite get the flavor for it. When copper got crushed, platinum got crushed as well. 1481 seems to definitely be in the cards. And long term, I have a target of 1800 at this point. Just my opinion, not financial advice. In the economic calendar, so the big day, FOMC day, was yesterday. Powell cut the quarter point. He said that no move is a good move because he's worried about a weakening labor market and a weakening economy, even though our leaders will tell you everything's great. Somehow everything's great and they still want interest rate cuts. Okay, I guess you can have your cake and eat it too. But he's also worried about persistent 3% inflation. Of course, 3% CPI means something like 5 or 6% to you or I when we go to the grocery store. So what do you think about that? Anyway, he gave the quarter point cut. Wide dispersion on the FOMC panel between whether they should cut rates, 25 basis points, 50 basis points, and of course the lackey that Trump is putting in on the Federal Reserve Board, or wants to probably elevate, wants 5 interest rate cuts. What do you think will happen to the long rate if we bring rates down by 5 interest rate cuts in the face of inflation? And I guess the only argument you can make, which could be a good argument, is that tariff inflation is transitory. Okay, but I don't hear anybody saying that word anymore. And when has there ever been a tax? And a tariff is a tax on somebody. Could be the importer, could be partially the exporter, and could be you and I. When has a tax ever gone down over time? So I think the tariffs are permanently inflationary. And while companies may be eating those for the time being, you bet they'll sneak that money back into the price of goods and services, especially if the economy strengthens. That's my 2 cents on that. You may not like that thought. All right, in the pre-market, we have got greed, 57, the greed level on the Fear Greed Index. Dow futures up 173, S&P futures up 44, NASDAQ futures up 267. And you know what? I forgot to tell you that today we had initial jobless claims. Okay, here is another story if you want to get lost in the weeds. As you know, we had increasing jobless claims last month, a giant spike, which made everyone concerned for the economy and wanting more interest rate cuts and dropped the 10-year. This morning, jobless claims came in not as bad as expected. And a lot of dialogue about last month's jobless claims spike being misrepresentation having to do with the Texas floods. So this morning, the takeaway is fewer people out of work than were feared. That's partly why the 10-year is rising as well, which may make people more optimistic about the economy. But the jobless claims number, not as bad as people feared, and that's why the rising 10-year, maybe why there is a rising stock market, but then egg on Powell's face for cutting into not as bad a jobless situation in spite of high inflation. Okay, base metals, zinc and lead and stuff like that got hit yesterday pretty hard. Down 29 cents after having rallied from 19 bucks to 20.50 over the last couple of months. And this morning down another 4 cents to 20.20. But still a pretty significant uptrend on base metals in the face of inflation, maybe stagflation, maybe not stagflation. Okay, gold miners are up 2 cents to 68.68, down 36 cents yesterday. Have the miners put in a top? I'm going to say no. I think gold has further to run, and I think silver as well. Silver miners up 13 cents after being down 1.5% yesterday. Silver miner chart not looking as good as the gold chart, so maybe silver miners have put in a top. But again, I don't think so. I think it's going to find support in here somewhere, and I think silver will find support as well and resume its rally, probably up to 44. We could be stuck in this 41 to 44 range here for a little while, maybe for the rest of the year. If you think that silver is going to blow out to 50 tomorrow, it may not. Okay, so we'll just have to see what happens. Kind of depends on the sentiment in the market, whether we see stagflation or just plain old inflation. But nonetheless, I don't think I think the sell-off is over. As you saw, I was sitting out, and we had a pop and we had a drop, and here we are right back down, probably to support around 41. And probably up from there, but maybe slowly. Okay, now I'm over on the... sorry if I've been all over the map this morning, but there are lots of conflicting facts and information out there, and the more you know, well, the more you know. I'm on the website, bestsilvergolddeals.com. It's all totally free before I get going with the best deals I can find anywhere on the internet. Sponsored by no bullion dealer, unlike most YouTube channels. I want to welcome all new members, subscribers, and people just passing by. I appreciate if you give me a thumbs up for my work here. I'm up very, very early in the morning to do this for you guys. Before we do that, the question of the day is, do you have your silver eagles? I'm going to get into this story a little bit more here in a bit. But I'm on the U.S. Mint page for Silver Eagle production. Now, if $40 silver doesn't get people to buy and $43 silver doesn't get people to buy, Will $45 silver get people to buy? Will FOMO come back to the stacker community? Many people have sold already, especially their gold. Gold has been on such a tear. If you held on to your gold, well, you are a smart person. And if you held on to your silver, you're a smart person as well. But, a lot of people out of money, a lot of people already sold and can't get back into the market. And I do think that FOMO will hit this market at some point. Maybe it'll take a run to 50, I don't know, but at some point stackers will come back and start buying again and premiums will rise. And when that happens, eventually, you want to have your silver eagles. Production of silver eagles this year is pretty light. Here we have 3 million in January, then 928,000 in February, 972 in March, 1,000,005 in April, and then look at the last 4 months: 775, 315, 305, 430. They're winding down silver eagle production. And premiums, we can still find eagles for a couple of bucks over spot if you shop well with me. And dealers may only be paying spot for them, but that doesn't mean that they won't come back. Those premiums won't rise and FOMO won't come back. You could make the argument that junk is a good buy here. We've been finding it at $1.50 to $2 under spot as we search hard for that. But do not forget your silver eagles. Do you have your silver eagles? Are 25% of your silver stack put into silver eagles? I'm recommending a 25% allocation to BU silver eagles. If you like the calls, okay, you like the calls, they'll be okay as well. But if they're only $1 less for calls, get the BUs. But I'm recommending a 25% allocation to silver eagles in your silver stack. Okay, what are you doing? You think that's crazy? Do you think these premiums will come back? All FOMO starts with the allocation and the diminished production of silver eagles at the U.S. Mint. And the U.S. Mint is all over all kinds of different offerings right now and may not have time to do its core mission. Its core mission is to produce American silver eagles at cost, okay, although I don't think they do that. So, watch out, and maybe you want to beef up your silver eagle allocation at this point. Let's get on to the deals. And I do think today could be a great day to buy, not because I think it'll be higher in a week, but because over time, I think you're going to be rewarded for stacking your silver and your gold and even platinum. So keep that in mind. You're buying this for the long term, although I watch the hour by hour movements and, sometimes try to benefit from those. You're really buying for the long term here. And if you can give it, you certainly need to give it a few years to really pay off, like it has for me. I know some people have made some poor choices, and, when premiums were screaming with the silver squeeze and so forth. But most people that have been stacking for 10 years or so are sitting on very large profits right now. And, hopefully you will take a 5 or a 10-year perspective on this. We'll be sitting on $80 silver at some point. So if you don't believe in fiat and you do believe in gold and silver, I wouldn't hesitate to buy, not for today or tomorrow or $44 silver, for the next 5 years. I just had to say that. And I do think it's a good investment, okay? And the market has proved that out. Silver and gold have been one of the best performing assets in the world over the last year. And, it's finally getting the attention it deserves. Gold is certainly becoming a reserve asset. Central banks own more gold than they do treasuries. Okay, before you go out and, buy those long bonds, put some gold in your stack. I'm also hearing financial pundits no longer recommend a 2% allocation to gold, if any. I could never find a financial advisor, even though I traveled in those circles. I could never find a stock market fiduciary advisor that would recommend buying any gold. Some that were more agnostic would recommend a 2% allocation. I'm seeing pundits come on CNBC now and recommend a 25% allocation to gold in your stock portfolio. Things are changing, and if you want something safe, it's gold. If you want to have some fun, it's silver. Let's get on to the deals. Okay, and we'll start off with a 1/10 Gold Eagle this morning. 1/10 Gold Eagle is 388 at Monument Metals. Quarter ounce Gold Eagle is 964 at Safe Haven Metals, best price I can find. A $5 commemorative, an alternative to that quarter ounce Gold Eagle, little less weight, is $8.99 at APMEX. That's a proof sovereign gold coin. Nothing wrong with that in the world. Let's go on to a half ounce Gold Eagle. Half ounce Gold Eagle, $18.87 at Safe Haven Metals. But you really got to check out Texas Precious Metals for a 1 ounce Gold Eagle, $36.92 this morning, beating all the dealers. I've never bought from them. I've had some good feedback, so check out Texas Precious Metals for their 1 ounce Gold Eagle this morning. If we can beat it on eBay, I will try. Okay, and the Krugerrand is also another good choice here. Krugerrand right around spot at $36.65. But if you can get a Gold Eagle for $36.92, I'd get that over the Krugerrand at spot. Okay, there's some choices for you right there. Let's keep moving here. I believe the Corona's at spot as well over at Bullion Exchanges. Platinum, well, let's just go ahead and see what Platinum Eagles are selling for. Holy moly. $15.23. Oh, not a bad price. Not a bad price on a Platinum Eagle. Those have a little bit of a floor under them because they don't make them anymore. Vermilion also had a good price. I think he sold out on those. The 25 Platinum pack is $13.93 at Golden Eagle. I paid $12.50 about a month ago. You can still find those on eBay cheaper. Let's go Silver Eagles and $44.97 for Silver Eagles, $44.77 for a tube of BU Eagles, backdate from Bullion Exchanges. Culls, about $1.50 less, same place, $43.72 for Culls. And if you're buying from Vermilion, his off quality they're cheaper, and you may get a better quality Silver Eagle there than the dealers are going to give you. My green light is on. I still think we're in this range, 42 to 45. It has been a little lower. It was pushing 41 yesterday. I think it got down to about 41.20. That probably would have been an excellent buy point. But even right now, it's looking pretty good as we're in the lower end of the 42 to 45 range. Maybe 42 to 44. When we hit 45, we may be on our way to 50. I don't think you want to wait till we hit 45 to buy. I'd be buying in here if you are still buying, and a lot of you still are. Here's the article from Josh over at Minot Coin and Bullion, who I don't recommend enough, but it's a good shop. He buys and sells, and he is saying that he can't keep Silver Eagles on the shelf. That's the first time I've heard that for quite a while. And of course, you can't really get them from from the U.S. Mint. They ain't making that many. So interesting. BU Eagles, at least one experience in one lonely corner of the world, is Silver Eagles. Hard to get, guys. And there are tax benefits to Silver Eagles as well. Okay, Bullion Exchange is back in the game on Maples, and they are $43.86 over there. We also have Kangaroos at Bullion Exchanges, $43.71. Good prices on those. We'll beat it on eBay, though. All right, what's going on with the privies? Oh, my God, are you sick of privies? I don't know. Superman is coming out soon. That's going to be in your mailbox if you bought one of those. I bought one of those, and I also bought the 2.5 ounce. There are just so many available. I don't know how the 1 ounce will ever do well in the aftermarket. The 2.5 ounce, they still got about 5,000 of those to sell. And I think they will sell out eventually, or they'll curtail production or melt the rest. I don't know, maybe they'll hang around for a while, but I really like that 2.5 ounce Superman coin. The gold is pretty close to sold out as well, but it's just way too pricey. Okay, everything else sold out. Over at Costco, looking for something good up here. I'd like to see a 25-gram gold pack pop up, but all we got is overpriced bars and overpriced silver. Now, nonetheless, it will still be cheaper than anything I show you if you use that Executive Club membership on this, and a good 2% rebate credit card. Remember, there are limits to how much you can buy, and your Executive Club does cap out at some point. But I'd probably get the Dragon Bar right here at $3,779. 4% off of that would make that a good buy if you believe in Costco. Let's keep going. And we've got junk. It's going to be around spot at SD Bullion. Going to be a little less than spot over at Bullion Exchanges for a big lot, $29.45. Not that much less than spot. We've been finding much better deals on eBay. Let's see, and a quantity of 20 random rounds, 43.06 at bullion.com. We can find better deals on those as well. And where's that double maple? Oh, I really want to buy this. This morning it is 42.25 against spot. Oh, wait a minute. 42.75. Yeah, it's about $1 over spot, I believe. I think that's a good buy. I think that's a good stacking coin. And keep in mind, dealers will sometimes pay higher price for a 2-ounce collector coin like this. I don't know if the mintage is limited or not on this. I'm guessing not limited. But it should have shield guard, and I hear it's prettier in person. I may just pick up a couple of those for the hell of it, even though I'd have to pay sales tax. I'd really like to have one in hand. Silver below spot over at Bullion Exchanges. It's all going to be junk. We're finding better deals on eBay, as I said. What else we got? We got a new customer deal over at bullion.com. You new guys need to pick this up, okay? You're going to be over your shipping limit. First-time customers only, and they're new customers. They look like they may be new bars. So I've never had a bad experience with bullion.com. Very nice outfit. Most things are higher priced than what I can find, but their new customer deals are very good. Did you pick up that AppMex deal for the gold gram at spot? You know, some of these bigger dealers, they have higher prices, but sometimes their new customer deals can be very, very good. Let's see what else we got here that we're interested in. A kilo can be had for $13.75 at Monument Metals, cheaper on eBay. A 100-ounce bar can be had for $42.53. You could find a cheaper one, but for a couple of pennies more, I'd get the Johnson Matthey. Buyback prices on those can be higher as well. There's nobody that doesn't want a Johnson Matthey bar in their stack. And the single hard press bar is $42.66 at Monument Metals. That's a good choice as well. Okay, and moving on here. Oh, I'm going to skip the U.S. Mint there. Now we're on eBay. Let's find some better deals. Okay, let's find a deal on Silver Eagles. What do you say? The mid-size sellers have been cheaper than the big sellers. Here's Culls in the 43s. Culls. Here is BU from, he's only got fair feedback, but 45 gets you out the door in the 43s. I think I showed you this yesterday. He's only got one free shipping, and they are 2023s. I wish his feedback was a little higher, so check him out if you want that. I don't know if that'll work out or not. And the next best deal is another big seller with 100% feedback. 2012 Eagles for $9.07. That'd be about also in the 43s out the door. High 43s. And there they are. They look good. And ooh, 2012. Nice. Nice type ones. Backdates can carry a little higher premium to people who do the date runs. Okay, there's a couple of things you can buy. Let's do a 100-ounce lot. 44, that's going to be in the 42s out the door from Liberty. They will truly be culls. You can bet on that. And if you want BUs, 45.62, about 44.30 out the door. Small seller, better than the big seller. Let's do the maples this morning. And the maples, 11.21. The Britannias, 2 by 25, 11.25. Kangaroos, 11.25. And Krugerrands, 1143. So we got to go back. I think it was the Maples. Funny how Maples have been the better deals. Brought why? Because people stack them. It's the most heavily minted coin in the world. Millions and millions of Maples made, and I don't think we're importing as many these days just because of the tariff situation. But let's take a look at this one. Let's see, BU Maples from again from Liberty, but I won't hold that against them. They are random date. They are most likely Shield Guard. I'm going to guess they're going to be Shield Guard. Get as many as you want for 11.20, and you get $10 off if you buy two. Well, okay, so let's see what that works out to on the cheat sheet. 11.20 after a 3% rebate using your PayPal credit card or your American Express Everyday Cash card. Check out through PayPal, score 3% back, and that's how you'll get out the door at 43.46, which is 43, about $1.70 over spot. So that's a good deal on Maples. Now, Maples are the number 2 stacking coin behind the Eagles, but don't forget your Eagles, like I said. Let's do junk in a small lot, and 28.5, decent seller, 28.5, and then out the door, that's going to be, oh, this is so cheap, it's ridiculous, right? Check it out, 28.5. Wait, let's make sure there's no shipping. Free shipping. Well, look, he's got 3 available. 28.5 times 0.97 with a good credit card. If you don't have that, don't even bother shopping on eBay. Let's see, 27.43. Divide that by 0.715, and my decimal will be in the wrong place, but 38.37 melt, guys. That's $3 under spot. Holy friggin' moly! If you can't buy that, then you don't have a pulse. 98.5% feedback. Okay, I'll let that slide. You can get what do you got? $900 worth of junk here at close to $3 under spot. If you go back to the dealer, look what they're charging, and no credit. Oh, come on, Louis. Look what they're charging for junk. The best deal on the internet for $10 face junk is right there. 30.38, and that's at spot. Okay, do you see how cheap that is on eBay? Come on, come on. If you're not buying that, I mean, spot could go down a couple dollars and you'd still be below spot. Fantastic, fantastic. I'm not even going to do the large lot. I'll let you click these links. I do appreciate it if you buy something on eBay that you click my links here. That supports all the operating costs of my website and keeps me going. How about Merck's? 30.63. That'd be about 29.7. Look, the Mercs are even going to be cheaper than the Washington quarters, and they look to be full date Mercs. Get a big old bag there of Mercs, and the premium will come up on those as well when FOMO sets in. Okay, I'm getting tired here. Let me see, what can I do? Kilo. I mean, man, if you can't find something to buy today, you're just not buying. 13.86 for a kilo, about 13.50 out the door, beats the dealer. Vintage bar of the day is an Alaska Smelting and Refining. Who doesn't want an Alaskan silver bar, an ASR bar? Oh, that's nice with a dimple on the back. I like that one. That's $5.80, but he'll take a best offer if you're building up your vintage bar collection, which trade a lot like numismatics. So you've always got silver, right? And if you get it not too far over spot, you've got an appreciating numismatic. You don't get that in the numismatic market. Okay, so there's a lot of logic to collecting vintage bars. And with these higher prices, some of the better bars are coming back into circulation. All right, and a large lot of 1 ounce rounds, 42.76. That would be about 41.50 out the door, right around spot. Small lot of 20 of rounds, 850 is 42.50. That'd be about 41.20 out the door. That'd be below spot. From yeah, I don't like his feedback. Go to 856 and get it from the next guy. Oh, Pamp Buffaloes. Now he picked these up on Costco, obviously. Probably got them for about $700. and there's profit. I don't blame a guy for selling something that he's made a bunch of money on. Beautiful buffalo rounds, very desirable, made by Pamp, and everything made by Pamp carries a premium. Take these off his hand. Okay, that's $42.50, and $1.30 off would put you at $41.20. You'd be at spot on Pamp Buffalo rounds if you have those good credit cards. If you don't, check out my website. The links are there. 100-ounce bar is going to be cheapest price, $42.70, about $41.20 or so out the door. That'll be spot on a 100-ounce bar. Let's keep going here. Cheapest Army Privy Eagle. That's a scam. $1.99. That's pretty cheap. That's pretty cheap for an Army Privy Eagle. If you need one, you can pick that one up right there. Do the 3-coin set. I think those have legs. Cheapest Platinum coin, and don't forget Platinum. Maybe they haven't adjusted their prices. $14.78, and any condition. You got to pay up $30 for the card. But I would like a nice shiny one in the card. So $15.08 on that one, $45 off would put you at about $14.60, with Platinum trading at $13.84. That puts you at about a $75 premium on a Platinum bar. The buyback price you'll hurt a little bit on the buyback price on that Platinum. I think Platinum's going to run. Okay, let's do 1 gram gold, as cheap as... there you go. Small seller, good feedback, $125. You charging shipping? $30 shipping. He's a moron. Okay, let's keep going here. 1 gram gold, small seller. Is this the same guy? Yeah. Let's see. Who's going to pay $25 shipping on 1 gram of gold? For crying out loud. Let's see. Let's get to a real listing. Here's Belcambi's. Oh, that's an auction. Here's a Pamp. What is going on? They must be sponsoring. You know what? I give up. Forget 1 gram gold today. 1/10 gold, as cheap as, I don't know what these sponsored listings are, $3.95, and then on that one you would get about $12 off, about $3.83 from a good seller. $3.83 for a 1/10 ounce of gold. That's not a terrible price. Let's do a 1/10 gold eagle. And believe me, these may be hard to come by in the future as well. $3.97, similar. So on that one, again, about $12 off. About $3.85 on a 1/10 gold eagle. $3.85 at the dealer is charging $3.85 versus best price on the internet is going to be $3.87. It's a push. Okay, bigger the gold, bigger the savings though. Let's go on to a 1/4 ounce gold eagle. We've been smoking them on the 1/4 ounces and 1/2 ounces. Let's see, 1/4 ounce gold eagle. We get past the goofy stuff. And we've got $9.88. Okay, that would be $30 off. That'd be about $9.58. Okay, what does the dealer charge? Best price on the internet, $9.58 versus price of, oh, come on, $9.62. Oh, we only beat them by $4. Okay, save your rebates. Let's keep going. Let's get to something bigger. Wait, why do I have two? Oh, the 1/2 ounce gold eagle. 1/2 ounce gold eagle as cheap as, what's this, 1925? Oh my gosh, you guys didn't buy this. Let's see. This is the Gold Eagle, big seller, fair feedback, 1925. On that one, you're going to take $60 off, and you're going to be at 50 off would be 1875. 60 off would be 1865. On a MS70 Gold Eagle, 1865 versus the dealer for a 1 ounce Gold Eagle. We'll even go to Texas. Oh, I'm sorry, I clicked the wrong link. Half-ounce gold eagle. Oh, holy moly. Where's my half-ounce gold eagle? There it is. 1865. Dealer charging 1884. Save 20 bucks. Okay, so that's how you do it there to save some money on eBay. How about the gold buffalo? Give us a good price on this. Oh, I just went to the wrong place. Hold on, gold buffalo, and right there. All right, I like the way you do it, right there, right there. And BGASC, 3842. Make sure it's BU. 3842 on this one. It would be about $110 off. You'd be at 3732 for a buffalo, and the buffaloes at the dealer are 37.42 compared to the best price of 37.86. Save 40 bucks on a Buffy. That's how you do that one right there. Why pay more? Krugerrand, we probably won't beat on that, but I'll take a look. Can we get it below spot? Let's see. Oh, best offer. Half ounce. No, I want a 1 ounce Krugerrand. 31. No, that won't be for real. Give me a good one. 3,500. Half ounce. No, I want a 1 ounce. 37.55 out the door. 36.50. 36.40. Spot is for gold is now 36.56. It looks like a little under spot there. I was hoping for a $100 sell-off on gold, but I guess we'll only get 30, 40, 50 bucks. And people bought up $41 silver, so yeah, I think it's safe to go back in the water here. Anything else? Where's my 1.85 proof gold set? Where did I stick that? There it is. Now those have been about 7,000 bucks at the dealer, and they're over 7,000 on eBay. The ship has sailed on those guys. $5 commemorative. I found you a good one the other day. I don't know if anybody bought it or not. It was that. Oh, this one here. Now it's $9.15. Maybe it wasn't that good. What do we got here? We got a $900 proof, $5 commemorative, zero feedback. You got to go to the $9.15 basketball coin. But out the door, that's not a bad price. $9.15 on that one, 30 bucks off, puts you at about $8.85. A dealer is charging for the $5 commemorative, $8.85 versus the dealer of $8.97, so you're going to save $12. You're going to get the very same coin, except it's going to be more collectible, and it's going to be a very cool basketball round. I'm sorry, basketball commemorative. That's just cool. That's a U.S. Mint product. It's a $5 commemorative, 0.241 ounce of gold, and that'll do. How did it go to $9.22? I thought it was $9.15 a minute ago. Well, that's weird. Oh, I clicked the wrong one. $9.15. Deal. I should buy that, but still I got sales tax. All right, I'm getting tired. I think I need to move. Oh, let's do the 25 gram platinum pack. I know some of you are buying those, and I think you're smart. $13.61, 45 bucks off. It puts you at about $13.20 or so. So that's a good deal there for those individual PAMP bars. And if you want 1 ounce of platinum, 1 ounce platinum, let's do PAMP. How cheap does that get? Let's do that one. And you can get a platinum bar for $15.57. So the melt on this is $15.57. The melt on this, I lost it. The melt on this is, watch, $13.61 before rebates times 31.1 divided by 25. The melt on this, I screwed it up. Hold on one second. 1361. Clear. 1361 times 31.1 grams in an ounce divided by 25 in the pack. The melt, what am I doing wrong? Oh, 1693. Okay, so 1693, I was thinking gold. 1693 versus 1557. Okay, so yeah, you're paying up $140 melt, but you're getting divisible platinum. I actually thought that would be a little better than that. But you could buy the platinum bar if you like that as well. All right, we can't always hit a home run. If you see anything in my eBay store, you want to do a trade, I do trade for silver, mostly for stuff I can melt. If you got something ugly you want to get rid of, ask me about a trade. There's the bars I pour for channel members. Anybody wants one of those? LosingLouis@yahoo.com. And there was a new monster box recently, a new box that a channel member showed me. And I never fixed that link. I hate monster boxes. They're okay for, collectibles and whatnot, but you put 500 eagles in a monster box, you can't lift it, guys. Imagine a fire in your home and you trying to like truck 500-ounce monster boxes out the door while your hair's on fire. Okay, let's do. This is a. Hold on one second. I'll get you a picture of it. All right, have you ever seen this little carrying case shared with me from a channel member? This holds 12 rolls of silver eagles. I hear it is airtight, watertight as well. Goes for about 99 bucks. I'm not sure what the name of that is, and it's on one of the major dealers for like 99 bucks, I think. Pretty cool. Okay, good alternative. I like the mini monster boxes as well, which I think hold a little less, maybe 2 tubes less. Not, I can't quite recall. Anyway, that would be a very handy little carrying thing, especially if it's watertight, airtight. So there you go. Okay, and let's just do. Here's that Amex card. Really great card. Click this link here, and you'll see all about it. Here it is. You're going to get 3% cash back on groceries. On eBay, when you check out through PayPal, 3% on cash. They give you 200 bucks after you spend some money. Very nice card, that everyday cash. You'll need good credit for that one. And I appreciate if you click my links here. Here's the PayPal card. Is that link still working? And that is 3% cash back on that one. So that is a good card to have, even if you have bad credit. If you have bad credit, hopefully it's not because you're piling up credit card debt. Don't stack if you have credit card debt. Pay that off first. I also like the Quicksilver card, 1.5% cash back, 4% eBay kicker deals. Very nice. Saver from Capital One is a 3% rebate card. Save your American Express card for gold, okay, and use the Saver card at the grocery store. I appreciate if you click that link as well. Is that link working? Let's see. And there you go. There's a Capital One Saver card. That is a great card. No fees. Capital One's a good credit card company, so you really ought to check that one out. Bonus on that as well. Yeah, it's not going to work, on eBay. I think you're only going to get like 1% back on metals. But at the grocery store, yeah, that pays off. Okay, and thank you so much for your support, your thumbs up, your subscriptions, ringing the bell, sharing the video, cups of coffee, super thanks, and joining my YouTube channel. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I think we can dip our toe back in the water now. Silver is not rocketing higher. Looks like it's pulling back a little bit. Gold, down $9. I'd love to see gold down another 50 bucks. I'm going to buy some if it does go down another 50 bucks. Silver right about flat at 41.60. Probably has a downside to about 41.20 here. But I do think we're going to make that move to 44 again. So thanks a lot. Bye.